everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm here today with my mother-in-law, Kala Master, who, if anybody knows her, she is an amazing cook. She cooks really, really well, and she's someone who I really look up to when I'm doing my cooking. So welcome, Mum. Today, Mum and I are gonna make kachori, made with moong dal and some vegetables. She makes them really well, so that's what we're gonna make today. And Mum, because you're here, you're gonna get to wear the famous Milhan apron.
Thank you, Leslie.
Okay, you're welcome. We'll see you in a minute. Here I have 1.5 cups or 12 ounces of dry moong dal. Soak that overnight or for between 8 to 12 hours in room temperature water, and then rinse out the water, and this is what the moong dal will look like. 1 cup of frozen mixed vegetables, which needs to include carrots, corn, and petite peas. 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, like sunflower oil or corn oil. You're going to need 3 pieces of cinnamon, 6 cloves, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seeds. Now you want to remember how many cloves you have and how many cinnamon sticks you have, because you're going to pick it out before you stuff the kachori. 2 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of red chili powder, 3/4 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of clove powder. You need 1/2 cup or 4 ounces of finely chopped onion, which is about 1 medium-sized onion. 5 teaspoons of granulated sugar or 1 ounce of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of sultanas, and you'll need the juice of 1/2 a lime. Now I pick out my limes by checking how smooth the skin is. Also, if you stick it in the microwave for about 5 seconds and then juice them, you'll get a little bit more juice. Here I have 1 pound or 3 1/3 cups of plain flour. Now what you're going to do is you're going to set the temperature of the oven at 100 degrees centigrade and put the flour in for about 20 minutes. Then go ahead and turn the oven off, but leave the tray in the oven until the oven is completely cooled. Here we have 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup or 8 ounces of cooking oil, and the same amount of water, so 1 cup or 8 ounces of water. Bring the oil and the water together and boil it. The flour that came out of the oven, you'll notice that it's lumpy, and that's normal. So what we need to do is we need to sieve this. So this is the oil and the water that we put on the stove, and I brought it to a boil, but you can see that the oil is separate to the water, so I'm going to use a hand blender to carefully blend this together. So mix it until it looks like milk. So we have the sifted flour here. We're going to add the salt first. Mix it in. And then we're going to mix in
Make a dough.
the oil and the water milk to make a dough.
I'll use my hands to make a nice smooth dough.
Okay.
And the sides should all come out nice and clean.
Wow, it looks pretty soft.
Yes, and you should leave it for about 5 or 10 minutes to, because the dough is still warm, and let it cool down.
Okay.
Then it's comfortably cool enough to handle the dough.
Okay. So I see you're not kneading the dough, you're
No.
just turning it.
Yeah, just mixing it to make the smooth dough.
Okay.
There's no need to knead like a bread dough.
Okay.
The side should come out nice and clean.
Okay.
And cover it for 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll let it sit covered.
Yeah. Yes, nearly cooked. Yeah, and the water is also gone. Turn off the heat, and if we keep it for another 2-3 minutes, it will be cooked.
Okay, so we're going to mix in the spices now, right?
Okay, yeah, now it looks quite dry and quite cooked.
So the mixture is now cooled, and we took out all the 3 cinnamon sticks and the 6 cloves. Now we're going to add the chopped onions and mix it up. Measure about a tablespoon of the moong dal mix and press it in your hands to shape it into a ball about the size of a golf ball. Okay, so this is the dough that's been sitting for some time, and it's ready to be made to cover the moong dal balls. So you're going to take a ball of dough that's about the same size as the ball of the moong dal ball that you made earlier, and you're going to roll it in your hands and then press it down with 3 fingers to make it flat, like that. And then you get the moong dal ball, put it inside the pastry, and then stretch the pastry to go all around the moong dal ball. And you'll see that the size is just right to fit all the way around that moong dal ball and cover it perfectly. Once you've covered all the creases and everything, pushed it all down, then roll it between your two hands to smooth out any of the creases, and you'll end up with a lovely smooth kachori ball that's ready to fry. So I have some oil heating on the stove here, and it looks like it's come to temperature. The way I test it is by taking a very small amount of dough and just throwing it in the oil. And if it responds like that, your oil is ready. So I'm going to put my kachoris in. So you take the balls and you're just going to roll them again and make them slightly flat. And put them in the oil. Okay, so they look nice and golden brown, and that's when they're ready. So we're going to take them out with a slotted spoon. Be very careful because the oil is hot. And remove as much oil as you can. And then place them into a plate with paper towels. And that's how they should look.
Come and test your kachori.
Okay, let's have a go. They look delicious. Oh wow.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah. Wow.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. But really good. So
It's good.
light, sweet and sour, spicy. Not dry at all, actually. Really good.
Crispy outside and moist inside.
Yeah. Wow, these are really good.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, very, very nice.
I'm glad. I'm happy.
You have to try this recipe. It's really delicious.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Really crisp. This is very nice. Moist, light, not oily, and tasty.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and share it. Also, subscribe to my channel and push on the notification button so you get notified anytime a new video is released. On that note, what do you guys want to see me make next? Let me know in the comments below.